Networking is a favorite way of many people to grow their business. And when we think about networking, we think about going to networking events. So we can meet some people, maybe find some new clients. I don't know. Why do you go to networking events? I'll tell you why in a few minutes. Today, we are here to explore this conversation of how to make money from networking events. And included in this, we're going to talk about the best business referral network. We're going to talk actually about 7 different types of networking organizations. And we're also going to talk about how to grow your business by referral using networking. Hi, my name is Tiffanie Kellog, and I'm excited to be sharing about networking. And I thought I'd start off the conversation today exploring the different kind of networking organizations, as promised. Then we're going to talk about how do you make money. And to wrap up today's conversation, we're going to talk about why networking by itself probably isn't going to be enough if you want to grow your business by referral. Feel free to pop down to the description below if you want to skip ahead to a later part of the video. So let's get started. As mentioned, there are 7 different types of networking organizations. And if you're sitting here thinking, oh my gosh, how in the world am I going to be part of 7 groups? That is not what I'm recommending. I just want to at least acknowledge that there are 7 different groups and know that there are some networking events that happen that are not part of a networking group. So my husband and I, we host an event called Brewing Up Business. We find a local brewery, we go, we do some networking, we try some beer. Now, that's not an official group because there's not a membership, there's not regular meetings other than once a month we go to a brewery. So that's a networking event that's not necessarily part of a group. And there's lots of events kind of like that. Meetup does quite a few. Nowadays on Zoom, there are a lot of them. I know, I always try to remember Happy Networking Space, Happy Project. Go online and put, Happy Project Networking, and you'll probably be able to pull up what I am butchering. Oops. I know they have a lot of events that is not necessarily built into a group. Now, one of the things that I love about groups is it does help us build that know, like, and trust. And if our goal is to make money from the group, having that know, like, and trust is going to be very important and very impactful. So the 7 different types of organizations, and this is straight from Incentives Ignite Your Business program. The first is going to be your casual contact networking organizations. These are very usually your chamber of commerce, geography-based. Now, some chambers are focused more on the social aspect, some on the community, some on the business, some on the economics. It does vary. There are lots of chambers. In most areas, there's like neighboring chambers if you want to check them out. I know in the Tampa Bay area, Pinellas County alone has 13 or 19 different chamber of commerces. So there's lots of options to check out. The second type is going to be your strong contact networking organizations. These are typically 1 per profession organizations with a focus of referrals that meets weekly. BNI is probably the most famous. It is definitely the largest of the organizations that fit into the strong contact networking organizations. And in my mind, BNI has worked best for me as being the best referral networking group. And I say in my mind, but really it's the data. Last time when I was in my promotional products business, I was looking and I got about 20% of my business from the chamber and about 72% of my business from BNI. And so I was able to create some massive referrals because it's an organization created and the intention around it is focused on the referral. So here's the thing. For those of you that are watching, if you're like, BNI, what I love is there's 7 different networking organizations. You can pick the ones that work for you. I like to compare networking groups and events to beer. They each have their own flavor. They're each a little bit different. And just because I don't like Guinness doesn't mean that Guinness is bad. It's just not my flavor. And so as I'm going through these 7 different types of networking groups, if you're like, not my flavor, that's fine, move on. And let's move on. Our third type of group is going to be your community service clubs, like Rotary, Kiwanis, Lions and Tigers and Bears. Oh my. Now, here's the thing about the community service clubs. These are usually filled with the movers and shakers. However, the intention of the organization is not focused on the business. So you're not going to be able to work it with the same mindset. It's not a business group. Does business happen there? Can you create business relationships? Yes. Though, gotta remember the rules of the group. Now, our fourth is going to be professional associations. So you can be a part of your professional association. So it's a group built around your profession. Sometimes you could even be a part of a professional association that's built around your target market. Or even, this is better, your best referral sources. Imagine a room full of people that could refer you all day, every day. It's like shooting whales in a barrel, or your target market, which is like shooting fish in a barrel. It's the opportunity to find those folks. The fifth group is going to be social groups. And I know you might be thinking social, and this could be your alumni association, your car club, the PTA, the Boy Scouts, anything that's not built around business, church, homeowners association. You might be thinking business relationships. And while that's not the purpose of the group, and so you can't go in there networking and passing out business cards, you can sometimes develop stronger relationships. And we talk more about how incentives ignite your business. But those can be some really powerful groups. Your sixth group is going to be the gender or ethnic organizations. So your women's clubs, your men's club, the groups that are built based on your ethnicity, gives you the opportunity to network with like people. And then last, though not least, is going to be the online networks. And wow, that has grown quite a bit over the past couple of decades. And with us living in this post-COVID or continuous COVID world, we're definitely doing much more in the online space than we ever have before. So the beautiful thing is we have 7 different types of networking organizations. You can figure out the ones that work best for you. When it comes to how to make money from networking events, I think a lot of times people think, I'm going to show up at the event, people there are going to buy from me, that's how I'm going to make money. Yeah, no. So I find it interesting that the same people that I say, hey, what's your goal when you go to the networking event? I'm looking to get new clients. When I pose the question to them, and how many people are you planning on purchasing from today? They're like, I'm not going there to buy anything. I'm like, wait, you just told me you're going there to sell, but you're not going there to buy. I wonder how many other people are in the same mindset. So we like to call that the networking disconnect. I think too often people go to a networking event thinking, I'm going to sell to the people in the room. And I actually call that direct prospecting, not networking. When I go networking, my goal is going to be to find that person or the people that I want to book a meeting from the meeting. So who do I want to follow up with after the event? Maybe I think they'd be a good client for me, or perhaps it's somebody that I think could be an amazing referral source. So my goal is to book a meeting from the meeting with the intention of building the relationship. When I think about these networking groups, it's not who can I sell to inside of the group, it's who can I empower to sell through the group. I'm looking for the right people that can help me, with my business. I'm looking for the right people that can refer me business all day, every day. Now, I asked Jason Avery, who is one of our founding Incentive Referrals for Life community members, his thoughts on this question, and here was his take.
How to make money from a networking group. Well, that's the key, is don't try and make money in the networking group. Don't try and make money from the people of that group and through the form of a direct sale, or the results will be little, if any at all, and you may have a negative impact on your credibility. To make money from a networking group is made indirectly. And so it's through the introductions of the people in that group to the people in your contact sphere, those who can become your best referral partners. That is the key to building long-term revenue streams for your business that can surmount to lots and lots of money over time.
We want to network with the right mindset for sure. And continuing on this, talking about those relationships, another one of our Referrals for Life community members, Shawn Yesner, shared.
You need to create and leverage those relationships and give without the anticipation that you're going to receive something. So within a networking group, who else do you know that you can introduce to people in that networking group? What can you do to volunteer for that networking group? What can you do to give to the networking group, to the people in the networking group? And then just naturally, by you giving to them without the expectation of receiving anything in return, the referrals will then start to come to you.
Thanks so much, Shawn. Yeah. And I mean, really, if we think about it, it's about those relationships. And so the last conversation we wanted to have today is why networking isn't enough. And if we think about what we just shared about how to make money from a networking event, you've got to work and develop those relationships. It's not enough just to show up, shake some hands. What is it? The politicians, shake some hands, kiss some babies. We ain't doing that at networking events. Hopefully there's no babies there. But we got to do more than just show up and be seen and see others. We want to make those connections. And so we're going to have to take our relationships outside of the event. And that's a whole nother conversation. Actually, I have a whole program on that. It's called MORE Referrals, 5 Steps to Referral Success. And the goal of the program, and I've got the link up there on the screen, and I'll put it in the description below. The goal is, how can we help you find the right people that can refer you all day, every day? Get them excited and the information they need so they can pass you those referrals. And to me, that's how we make money at the networking events. And maybe we need to rephrase it, because it's not necessarily how do we make money at the event, but how do we find the people at the event that can help us make the money that we're looking for? And if we can create that steady flow of referrals, it'll help us have more money, more time, and more fun. And that's what I'm all about. Your referral partners are going to be where the money comes. And luckily, it's not just like, here's a client here, here's a client there. It's getting those referrals flowing into your business so you can create success. Happy networking, y'all. Thank you so very much for watching. Please be sure to subscribe to get updates when we have new content coming out. And I love when you like and comment below. Let us know how you're going to use today's information.